Hello, Cancer. This is not an ordinary greeting. This is a bell of awakening. Open your heart, open your senses, because what you are about to hear is not merely a message, but an echo from the depths of the universe sent to you at the exact moment you need it most. It is the energy within you that has called this forth. You have drawn it in, and this sacred space is my secret. If you are here, it is because your soul needs an answer. Because a part of you is whispering, crying out, begging for change. The question is, are you ready to receive it? Are you ready to open the door that will never close once you step through? What you hear today will not simply pass through your ears. It will seep into your skin, imprint itself into your bones, awaken memories you thought were long asleep. This is not information, but transformation. This is the beginning of a new era in your journey. You are a resilient soul, a soul that has endured, that has protected its fragile heart through many storms. And now you can feel it clearly, the whisper in your chest, the restlessness that is not worry but intuition. A warning that the old energy no longer serves your growth. You were not born to live half a life, not to follow the directions of others. You were born to live in truth, to become the lamp that shines. You have become the architect of your own destiny. That is why the universe is stripping away what no longer fits. Relationships that once confined you are now suffocating. Situations you once accepted in silence can no longer continue, not because you have become harsher, but because your soul refuses self-deception. This is the sign that you are ready to step into a greater path. You may still ask yourself, am I truly prepared? The answer is yes. You do not need a map, you do not need guarantees. You only need the ancient wisdom within you, the one that has guided every step, even in your darkest days. Now the flame inside you is rising into visible fire. The signs are everywhere, an unexpected encounter, a conversation that opens a doorway, an offer that seems impossible yet real. All of it planted by you, called in by your own frequency, even when you were unaware. You are no longer who you once were. This time, you will not beg for love. You will choose it. This time, you will not conform to be accepted. You will stand in the community where you are truly seen. And if someone from the past returns, they will hold no power over you. Because you are no longer the same. You will open or close that door not out of need, but because your heart truly guides you. Your light will radiate, and there will be those who cannot bear it because your evolution reflects their fears. But that is no longer your burden. You are not here to shrink yourself so others feel safe. You are here to grow. You will meet kindred souls, spirits who vibrate at your frequency, those who honor your journey and your truth. Among them, one will appear not to block you, but to add beauty to your path. They will not try to change you, but will look at you with the gaze you have longed for, a gaze of recognition without the need for explanation. Your body is also changing, not for appearance, but for love and self-care. You will want to eat with more awareness, move with more intention, rest with more depth, because your body is the temple preparing to receive a new flow of energy. And within this change, a material opportunity is also taking shape. A contract, an invitation, an idea once impossible now becoming real. If you have ever doubted whether you are worthy, remember this: you are worthy. Not because anyone gave you permission, but because you kept the faith when everything around you told you to give up. More than ever, protect your energy. Do not open your heart to those who do not know how to guard their own. Do not hand your miracles to those who only wish to consume them. You are not here to entertain. You are here to transform, to inspire through your presence, through the silent flame that cannot be extinguished. The universe is opening a door for you, aligned so perfectly that it will make you tremble. A move, a conversation, an invitation, each is an activation. Do not resist. Feel it with your intuition, with your very flesh, for you are the one who knows how to hold what others have forgotten. Your voice, your gift of expression, is rising with new strength. Perhaps you will write, perhaps you will speak, perhaps you will share your story, and that story will touch the hearts of others. You will inspire not through perfection, but through the truth in every fall and every rise. Everything you have lived has meaning. Even the pain, even the silence, all of it has been preparing you for this moment. You are about to break an old pattern, a cycle you did not begin, but when you have the strength to end. Because you will no longer stay silent. Because you will no longer betray yourself. Because you have chosen freedom. When a sensitive soul like yours, when a heart that has endured so much silence finally speaks its truth, not only are you set free, many other souls also find their path. That is the purpose, the mission, the true flame. Are you ready to write a new story out of truth, out of intuition, out of the light burning within you? Do not expect all the answers at once. What you need is only the inner leap, the jump that makes you tremble but opens the whole horizon. When you dare to step through that door, you will realize there is no return. There is only expansion. There is only truth. There is only you, whole, alive, present. The universe whispers, now you no longer need to seek guidance outside because something has been awakened deep within. This is not a fleeting vibration. This is a sacred call, awakening the hidden source of life inside you. You are crossing the thin line between those who only survive and those who truly live. To live for yourself no longer means chasing the expectations of others or suffocating your own heart to please. To live now is to honor every fragment of who you are, the soft and the strong, the hidden and the too much. Do you see what is happening? You are releasing the need to understand everything before you step forward. Your intuition, the gift you so often doubted, is now becoming your compass. You no longer bargain with your truth. You no longer trade your voice for silence. You have learned to discern what is truly aligned and what is only illusion. And this clarity will become the key that opens new doors. But not every door is meant for you. Some paths are only trials, while others are mirrors reflecting the past. And only the roads of truth, the ones your soul has longed for since before it arrived here, will truly open when you stop betraying yourself. Life does not ask you to carry foreign burdens. It does not require you to maintain relationships where love exists only if you make yourself small. The love moving toward you will not demand that you change. It will not ask you to shrink to fit. It sees your strength, your depth, the scars that have become wisdom. And the lesson here, Cancer, is that true love always lifts you into the best version of yourself. It never makes you doubt your worth. If you still feel something is missing, it is all right. Sometimes the soul senses before reality appears. That does not mean it will not take form. Your time is not a straight line. Your destiny is not forced. And you are learning how to trust even when you cannot yet see the whole road. That trust, that is your greatest lesson. Some answers do not come in words, but in a quiet peace spreading through your chest. When your heart suddenly expands for no reason, that is when you know you are on the right path. On that journey, great decisions will arise, an invitation that asks you to abandon a habit, an opportunity that pushes you out of safety, an encounter that shakes your very foundation. Do not be afraid. The dizziness is part of growing up. You are not losing control. You are allowing your soul to lead. A soul that has lived many lifetimes, that knows when to step off the ground and take flight. In you, Cancer, you also know how to fly. People think you only know how to protect and nurture. But you also know how to release, how to be reborn. Your purpose does not appear as a finished painting, but as a certainty slowly rising in every fiber. What you once did out of duty now becomes inspiration. A passion once forgotten may burst alive again. Nothing is random. This is a new cycle where you no longer live by habit, but create from the soul, live with purpose, become a channel for a force larger than yourself. Prepare yourself because an important conversation awaits you. It will close a loop, heal a wound, and clarify the way forward. It may be with someone familiar, or it may be only with yourself. But that conversation will be the turning point. Not because it changes them, but because it frees you. You no longer need understanding to find peace. The strongest confirmation now comes from within. This is not just a new chapter, this is a new book. This is the moment you stop editing what no longer wants to be written. This is the moment you begin another story with new characters, new scripts that once seemed impossible, but are now filled with faith, laughter, and acceptance. Fear and doubt still exist, but they no longer rule you. Because now you know how to return to yourself, how to breathe, how to wait for the right moment. And when that moment arrives, and it is arriving, you will not hesitate. You will rise, trembling yet resolute, and claim what belongs to you without regret. And in that moment, the energy you radiate will be medicine for others. You will notice many people coming to you not because you begged, but because they can feel the high frequency you are vibrating. And that frequency calls only to kindred souls. You become an inspiration, a mirror, not because you seek it, but simply because you remain here steadfast after it all with an open heart. What is coming will not be easy. You are about to enter a stage of true expansion, not only outward, but inward. This demands that you see yourself completely, not only in the light, but in the shadows. For to grow, to live from fullness instead of from lack, you must embrace every part of yourself, even what was once denied, even the old wounds that taught you humility. You were not born to endure. You were born to create, to turn ruins into seeds of life. And each step, even those you once thought were mistakes, has brought you here, to the place where you no longer pretend, no longer compromise with what drains you, to the place where every cell in your body cries out truth, direction, love, purpose. And then a revelation will come not only to the mind, but to the whole body. A signal, a conversation, a message that will change the way you see. And in that moment, you will know what you thought was the end is, in truth, the gate to a beginning. That the silence that once hurt you to the point of breathlessness is now the space that allows you to return to your true self. The farewells, the collapses are not losses, but adjustments in direction. Yes, your path is full of trials, but it also holds treasures that only the patient, only the sensitive can recognize. Sometimes they appear as emptiness, as confusion, but you have learned to look deeper, to read the hidden signs. Because your soul is seasoned, as if it has walked through dimensions the mind cannot imagine. And that is why, more than ever, you are being called to trust in what cannot be explained by logic, yet resounds in your heart so powerfully that you cannot ignore it. Pay attention, for movements are coming in your relationships. You will see clearly who truly uplifts you, who only comes to consume, who looks at you with sincerity, and who only seeks their reflection in you. This may hurt, but it will also free you, because you no longer need someone to walk with just to ease the loneliness. You long for true connection. Now you choose relationships that honor, that listen, that lift you, even if they do not fully understand the subtlety of your soul. And speaking of this lifting, there will be a very real movement, a change of environment, an unexpected journey, a relocation, or an event that carries you to new ground, even if it is still within the familiar space you know. When the environment shifts, energy renews. You will feel it like a calling, like an unexpected alignment with the map your soul has been drawing in silence. And there, within a fresh landscape, you will meet yourself in another form, stronger, more connected, more mature. But hear this, not everything will be easy. You may have to part with what once was your safe harbor. But safety is no longer enough. Your heart longs for expansion. The flame inside you, the flame you once hid so as not to frighten others, now needs to be seen, needs to be honored. You will begin to notice time flowing differently, synchronicities appearing. You think of someone and they appear. You doubt, and the answer comes in a dream, in a phrase, in a symbol that repeats itself. This is not coincidence. This is connection. You will finally vibrate at the exact frequency of what you desire. And you will hold it not from craving, but from certainty. This is your moment to become inspiration, not by words, but by the way you simply are, by the way you choose to stand up, by the way you decide not to react from old wounds, but from clear awareness, because you still believe in love, in beauty, in genuine connection, even after facing the opposite. You are a gentle lighthouse. Simply by being present, you are medicine for those who have not yet dared to remember who they are. And when that moment draws near, when a sincere gaze meets you, you will no longer tremble. For you no longer need love to validate you. You have chosen yourself. Now you know you deserve a love that mirrors your light, not one that obscures, extinguishes, or asks you to shrink. When that one comes, you will know not by promises, but by actions, by clarity, by energetic resonance. And if not, you will not beg or force it. True love never asks you to betray your nature. You are in a state of rebirth. You reconnect with your body, your longings, your voice. That voice you once silenced, softened to avoid upsetting others, is returning not as a shout, but as truth. A truth that rises naturally, firmly, healing you and those who listen. And at the center of your being, the universe will give you a precious gift, something you once let go of as impossible. An opportunity that thrills and terrifies you at once. When it arrives, do not hesitate. This is not the time to overanalyze. It is the time to feel, to breathe, to take hold. There are moments that never repeat, and this is one of them. This is your soul speaking. Now I live free, whole, and true. If something stirs powerfully in your chest, know you are not alone. The universe's energy is turning the key, opening the door you have been waiting years to open. And indeed, that door is both inner and real, an opportunity, a path you could not see before because your vibration was not ready. Now you are ready to step through with wide eyes and an awakened heart, Do not dismiss the small shifts. A conversation that once felt impossible now flows. A choice you delayed is made decisively. A silence that once hurt now brings peace. All are signs of growth, proof that you have changed. You no longer react hastily. You no longer surrender your power out of fear of loss. You understand more clearly what left when you clung to it was never truly yours. What is meant for you will arrive without demanding you shrink. Though nostalgia lingers, the past no longer nourishes your present. You cannot return to what no longer fits, for now your energy is more refined, more subtle, and stronger. This is not arrogance, but evolution. Those who share your frequency will remain. The rest will dissolve, not because you cast them out, but because you no longer feed them. Prepare yourself, you will see truth more clearly. Small gestures will reveal character. Words that once confused you will no longer deceive. This is not paranoia, this is heightened intuition. This is awakening. This is you living consciously. And this is not easy, not comfortable. It is exactly what your soul has walked through, seeing everything, feeling everything, and still choosing peace. Cancer, a powerful activation is coming for your mission. Something is igniting in your work, in your creativity, in your ability to turn authenticity into abundance. A new opportunity may appear, an unexpected collaboration, a project that opens a door you never imagined. Do not decline out of fear. Do not withdraw before you try, for though your nature is cautious, you are now being urged to trust the invisible, to believe you can bear more than you think, to believe the talents you have hidden are ready to shine. And as these things come into orbit, another layer of energy awakens. It is the light of creation and the deep life force within your body, not fleeting desire, but the generative flame and attraction that cannot be imitated. You will notice you attract more, you evoke more. Even in silence you call not to display, but because you are fully embodied with deeper awareness. And when a soul roots itself in its power, the world around it changes. People see you differently, they feel you differently because you no longer seek to fill lack. You simply exist, and that presence is irresistible. Among the many activations, kindred souls will come to you. It may be someone new, it may be a return transformed. But most importantly, they will not come to fill a void, they will come to enrich your journey. You will notice that not everyone holds the frequency to enter your life. When that happens, you will no longer fear or doubt. Your body will sense it before your mind does, and that certainty will outpower every worry. This is a cycle of rebirth. You are releasing the version that merely survived and giving life to the version that grows, enjoys, and lives fully. Yes, it makes you dizzy. I know there are days you long to go back, but you cannot, because you have glimpsed what is possible when you live authentically. And once you have seen, there is no return, only forward, only expansion. So look at yourself now. You are more alive than ever, more yourself than ever, more ready than ever. If something still aches, if there is something you are trying to let go, welcome it. Do not reject it or run. Embrace it with compassion, for unresolved things are part of your path. When the time comes, they too will be released. I sense you widening, opening invisible doors, healing unseen wounds, moving forward despite pain, and celebrating even before you fully understand what you have achieved. And from this deep, sincere place, I want to say thank you. Thank you for not betraying your nature. Thank you for persisting when no one seemed to understand. Thank you for daring to return to yourself. All of this has brought you here, the junction of body, soul, and destiny. But this is not the end. What has been activated today will not stop. This is more than a message. It is a rebirth, a reconnection with the purest, wildest, most beautiful truth of you. These vibrations cannot go back because you have courageously stepped out of your shadow. You have borne chaos with dignity. You said yes to the new even while trembling, and that makes you invincible. Your energy becomes magnetic, spreading quietly, leaving its mark. You raise awareness simply by moving. You have crossed a distinct threshold. You are not the person of yesterday because you can no longer fool yourself, shrink to make others comfortable, or extinguish your light so no one is frightened. And that is sacred. So celebrate. You do not need fireworks to know that change has come. Each steady heartbeat, each conscious breath is your triumph. Sometimes the greatest moments resound in silence. Your heart knows, your body knows. The universe records, and very soon you will see it express itself in relationships, opportunities, and achievements. Because now the things you once dreamed of begin to answer. What you once intuited is knocking. What you assumed impossible is calling your name. And remember, what comes is not merely reward, it is reflection. It is life whispering, I see you, I honor you, you are ready. And it is true, you have remembered your worth, you have removed the mask. You have chosen honesty, you have opened your heart, you are strength without spectacle. You are both root and wing, you are both calm and aflame. And from this moment, your light no longer asks permission to shine. If you feel the change bursting inside you, declare it. I am ready for my new chapter. Write it down, because when you speak it, you sign a covenant with the universe.